I think we did a pretty good job so far.
Well, excuse me for being a bit positive last time. I wasn't expecting the game to explode in a day with the inclusion of The Walking Dead. The funny thing is that the real walkers are the cures that barely can do anything now. I did say that 70% of the cure roster is useless. I did, yes, but that was in comparison to the other cures. Now they cannot even play the game. Let's just get this out of the way. The chase bug, a bug that is more than likely caused by the fog vials, because every time we have seen them previously, in 2 vs 8 or in the PTB, they have always caused the bug of chases never starting. We have tested this, we have taught behavior about this, and the bug is still here in the live version. Why? Why? Are we just not going to have quality assurance? Are we not going to have that? From the 15 games I have played on Cures since the update released, in at least 10 of them, this bug has persisted. Having chases never start, having chases start after the first hit, and funniest of all, the survivors do not need to have a fog vial. The bug persists even if the item isn't there. Adding this one item managed to destroy the game entirely. Congratulations, behavior. I literally cannot understand how are you this bad at doing your job. And I wish it was only the chase bug, because that one is bad on its own, but it's not. From the second you enter inside of the game, you are met with the most abhorrent sound design I have ever seen, or well, heard. The background visuals are amazing, as always. However, whoever mixed the ambience should be fired. Why is the ambience overwhelming everything else? Why are my ears ear raped by flies, mosquitoes, zombies and fire? Why is everything that should be on the background on the foreground? Why is the main menu music barely audible? Shouldn't the main theme song of The Walking Dead be on the foreground? Shouldn't that be what your ears pick up first and foremost, not mosquitoes flying around? And it's not just the Walking Dead theme. Every single theme from Springtrap to Trapper you cannot hear. Then you have the 50th sound design bug on Springtrap, because you fix it once, you can fix it 15 more times, I guess. They also fixed the ambience going away after Springtrap uses the doors, which good, I guess. One thing good. And it's not even the bugs, the balance changes are abhorrent as well. Night got spared, thank fucking god, but now Clown is a clown. His gameplay is just throw piss bottle, throw piss bottle, throw piss bottle, slash. That's it. You basically removed the pink bottles out of his kit, you made his yellow bottles busted, and now we wait for the inevitable survivors crying about how strong the yellow bottles are, behavior nerfing the yellow bottles without compensating the pink bottles, and then we have Skull Merchant 2.0. Pyramid Head is overall nice, however, I'm seeing people say that the flicks are bugged as well, which after 15 bugs I'm not even surprised. Pig is nice, however, due to the chases not starting, the timers on the bear traps is continuing even after the pig is chasing the survivor, which means that the bear trap is going to go off regardless. The fog vials, for some reason, are limitless, which means that if there's at least 2 people on the team with fog vials, and if the average match is about 12 minutes, the survivors can use 24 smoke vials if they used it every 1 minute. The fog vials are not only ginormous, but they remove sound, scratch marks, auras, both the generator and the survivors. With one item they shot Spirit in the head. I guess equivalent exchange. They didn't kill the knight, so someone else had to die. Survivors can immediately start using the fog vials after the match starts, which means that they can counter easily Lethal Pursuer, and whilst you're inside of the smoke, you better pray you're behind the survivor and smelling their shit particles, because otherwise you're not seeing them. I myself do not have the best eyesight, I have to use glasses, but I still see fairly decently. I fear for every player that has bad eyesight and barely sees the scratch marks. Congratulations, now they cannot see anything at all. And even if you see the survivor and manage to hit them, good luck finding them again. And keep in mind, one smoke screen is about 12 seconds. Why? Nobody actually fucking knows. I would guess behavior doesn't know either. Also, let's be honest here, you killed Franklin's demise just because you couldn't figure out how to make it work with the fog vials. I am going to say this now, you are going to regret this change, because Franklin's demise is a perk that greatly helped the weaker killers. Now these weak killers cannot do anything about fast healing, cannot do anything about toolboxes, cannot do anything about flashlights, and especially cannot do anything about smoke bombs. But well, what else is new? They cannot even start a chase, so why should be able to do anything else at all? After so many balance changes that are questionable at best and miserable at worst, I have this question for you, behavior. Are you doing this on purpose? Or are you just that incompetent? Don't you play the game? Well, the answer is no, you don't, but I'm still asking you. Don't you play the game? Don't you have QA people that play the game for money to see if the game is broken in any way? If you don't, why don't you? Because a bug or two can slip through the cracks, yes, it's not impossible, but this fundamentally kills the game for 70% of the killers. And funnily enough, you knew this would happen. Every time the smoke bomb has been an item in the game, this bug has occurred. You knew about this. You knew about this for at least a year, and you still released it to the live servers in its current form. Are you doing this on purpose? Right after your biggest player count, do you legitimately want to make all these players disappear in over a month? You couldn't wait 2 weeks to iron out all the bugs? You couldn't have 10 quality assurance guys play the game and tell you, nah, this shit shouldn't happen? Well, of course you don't. Those people cost money. And why pay the professionals when you can just use a PTB, have the players be your QA team, have the players say where the bugs are, have the players say what they do not like, have the players say what shouldn't be in the game, and you in return use the feedback that has been given to you and do nothing about it. This chase bug right here is just the start. This is the signal of the dam breaking, of the band-aids ripping, because you cannot fix things with only band-aids. This is the result of a code being strung together by wishes and hopes for 9 years, and it's finally starting to break. You will fix this bug. You will fix quite a lot of the bugs that have happened right now. But what about next chapter? And the chapter after that, and the chapter after that, because for a year straight, there hasn't been one chapter that hasn't had some kind of bugs. At least it was contained before. Yeah, Springtrap might have something, yeah, Kaneki might have something, yeah, the Xenomorph might have something, but it was just one killer out of 40. Now everyone is affected. And 70% of the roster is unplayable. What are we doing? For how long are we going to keep doing this? I know people were crying about Operation Health, but Operation Health cannot happen after 9 years. This should have happened after the second year, maybe after the third, hell, maybe even after the fourth. Right now, the only solution is starting over. I know that this is pretty much not going to happen, ever. So what's the solution? I don't know, but I'm just saying, band-aids are just there for a temporary fix, and the band-aids that have been used so far are starting to rip. Today, chases got affected. Tomorrow, maybe some killers won't be able to even move. Behavior, it's time to wake up. Get quality assurance guys. If you already have some, fire them because they clearly do not know what they're doing. Start listening to the people when they say something doesn't work, and stop rushing out content when it's clearly not ready to be in the live servers. This is not a balancing thing. This is not being annoying. This is breaking the game as it currently is. I'm sure you're all wonderful people, but watching the live stream and having you look so excited about the cosmetics and all the different styles and all the different ways you can monetize the game whilst the game itself is crumbling really didn't feel good, man. Really didn't feel good. So instead of trying to cash out on the Walking Dead fans, instead of trying to give out the $15 Daryl skin, how about we wait a week, fix the game, and then try to get the money? Just a suggestion though.